Sucky job? Does your mother hate you? Do you have a very small penis? Does life just plain old suck for you? But do you like wrestling? Do you enjoy podcasts? Well, download the Jobbertears podcast, the greatest podcast for professional wrestling on the planet. Hosted by Janelle from HR, Sir Wilkins, Mr. Black, and your favorite weird guy, Leo. The greatest wrestling podcast on the earth is called the Jobbertears podcast. It might make your life a whole lot better.
Wow. But you know what?
Oh my God. Shout out to Leo.
Classic.
Our former camera guy, the fourth member what was it, the NWO, the fourth member of the Jobbertears podcast.
You know what's crazy though, my niggas?
I have no idea what this is.
$2.99, niggas.
I don't know.
Episode $2.99.
Oh, are you dead ass?
This is episode $2.99.
Why did you not tell us this morning?
Yes, we back. $2.99. They didn't think we're gonna make it here.
Whoa.
Come on, ladies. Everybody in.
$2.99.
Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm in that type of moment today.
Whoa.
I'm feeling myself. My nose still big. I'm still chocolatey with some big old lips, and we still a beautiful motherfucking podcast.
Whoa.
Niggas made podcast episodes about us. Fuck you. Niggas talked real spicy online. Fuck you. Niggas was talking screaming.
I thought
fuck your cats.
I thought
fuck your mother and fuck you.
I
but
thought
we back,
I
baby.
thought we were at No
But we
Beef
back.
2024.
There's no beef 2024. But we gonna talk about what we went through to get to $2.99.
Good morning, yo. $2.99. That's wow. So
Listen,
next
we
week
back.
would be
Next week episode is 300.
300.
We got Chisel the Dynasty on there. We gonna be on white couches like it's cocaine.
Whoa.
We back. We back. We
Oh
here.
my God.
We here. Accountability, like my man Matthew said, because we here.
This is out of control
I'm
for a
here.
Friday morning. Good
We
morning, good
here.
morning, good morning.
Just know I let niggas live out while they We let niggas live. Let niggas live. Nigga, I saw you at AEW. You sat there and say a word. But it's cool.
Wait, who
I want
was
to
at
be an
AEW?
adult.
Am I tripping? But you
We
know
let
what?
niggas eat, 'cause we friendly.
I
We
wa-
good people.
Niggas thought we're
Fuck
friendly.
you.
We're-
niggas rolling paper to roll their weed, son.
Oh,
Fuck
that was nice of you. Because papers don't come easy these days. You know what I mean? But while we...
You know the difference between us and them, son? Our numbers are real, B. Nobody knows you in the streets, my nigga, son. Nobody knows y'all, B.
Well, I do-
WrestleMania. We got love from the streets, B. The streets love us, B.
Jesus,
From
Jesus.
wrestlers, from management, from fans. Niggas love us out here. What about y'all? Woo! Woo!
Yep.
Drop it, give me 50. Drop it, give me 50. Drop it, give me 50.
Well, we got one more episode to 300. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. But let's get some positivity out in the streets. I do want to no,
We positive out here.
very positive. I do want to
Like
give
AIDS.
no.
positive.
No, I would have accepted pregnancy test, but not AIDS though. That what type of yo in your
This is
past
Sexy
life?
Red, Shawn
Oh,
Michaels.
I'm glad. Oh, that's what that is. What? Really?
Sexy girl. Sexy world.
That's wild. Good morning, all. Welcome to the 299 episode of the Jobbertears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR
Drink
here
some
with
water. Make
because
sure
he
you
done
drink your waters,
he done
niggas.
blew himself up.
Make sure y'all niggas drink some water.
He done blew himself up, and we not even 5 minutes into the show. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and his lime green, looking like a margarita. Give me 2 margaritas. That's exactly how you look at this. I'm over myself. And Mr. Black in the building.
Yo, Jimbo, what up, nigga? I'm gonna see you next week. I'm on some type of time.
I don't know how.
But I woke up. I had to go to work. Story time with Mr. Wilkins.
Oh.
I woke up 3 o'clock in the morning.
God bless
I didn't want to get up.
Blessings.
But you know who they called? They called the Mr. Reliable to go help open another location. Because I went there. Hopped in the Ubi. Then I came over here.
La Uba.
Did you go ooh-wee? I went ooh-wee.
Yo, so
we on $2.99. And these niggas didn't want us here.
It's crazy because when you look back at just, and it's funny, I feel like I brought the story up the other day where our 100th episode was with, shout out to Kazim. Shout outs to Kaz because he was on the 100th episode before the world got shut down, before the pandemic. So to now fast forward to $2.99 speaks volume. So we thank everyone for joining us on this wild and crazy roller coaster that we have progressed to the Jobbertears podcast. So we thank you guys so much for joining us.
1, 2, 3, freak, nasty nigga, freaky nigga. We back. I am ignorant this episode. I do not care. I have to go back to work after this. It doesn't matter. I love all you niggas in the comments.
Listen, positivity. No, first of all, whoever, no. Whoever that is, please put your name, but please do not say that. I don't want that in the comments. No. Good morning. Just say regular shit. Good morning.
Watch party start on Sunday.
All right. So down to some church announcements. So AEW.
Well, as
my bad. I can because the you're gonna put the graphic up. It'll block all of us. So this Sunday. We will be back at Legends for AEW Dynasty.
You saw that flyer? I did it. I did it in my phone on Canva. Hold up. What we've done? Hold on. We are $2.99. We're gonna talk about ourselves.
We're gonna run a resume.
One more.
Run a resume.
Let's talk about it real quick.
Just a resume.
We have a referee here.
Start from the top.
Fuck you, niggas. We have a booker, one of the few black women that own a wrestling company. Fuck you, niggas.
Thank you.
You got me. Oh, part-time wrestler, part-time influencer. Fuck you, niggas.
Shout out to Darnell in the building.
We're doing 10 years strong.
Woo!
Let me ask
Plus,
questions.
viewing parties.
Wait, hold
Check.
on. Hold on. Here's the real flex. How many years of Jobber Slam?
We're going on our 4th year Jobber Slam.
How many years of Jobber Slam?
4th year.
How many years of Jobber Slam?
4th year.
So speaking about that,
every year, niggas pray on our downfall like, hey man.
You know what? That is honestly, it is the saddest.
Look at
him. Look, won't he do it? Won't he do it?
Man.
But no, in all seriousness, it is funny to look at because there were, 4 years ago, an idea that came about that really was just like, we're just going to do it for the hell of it. We're going to do it for the brand. We're going to do it for the culture, just for kikis,
we got some surprises for Jobber
just to say we did it,
We got some surprises.
Because I always look back at the first one and shout out to everyone that showed up. Over 300 people showed up for the first Jobber Slam. So
hold on.
That was the pregame. That was the brunch.
LAX.
Before they broke up.
Come on.
Before they actually went to A-Dubs. In actuality, that was before they went to AEW.
I love you all though, but they don't respect us.
So going from the first Jobber Slam where we had Big Swole and Tasha Steele's main event, 2 black women main eventing an independent promotion wrestling show.
What y'all did? Bought flowers, bought views.
And then I'm gonna let him talk.
And then,
so then that's when when you have goals and you're like, all right, because I think that for all of us, I don't think
these niggas don't got goals.
Definitely a goal of mine. The devil is not welcome here. Okay.
Fuck them.
So we went from one. Hey, babe. I'm over y'all. So we went from Jobber Slam 1, which was definitely history in the making. I said, hey, babe. Because he got to calm y'all niggas down. Y'all out of control. So we went from Jobber Slam 1 to 2 to 3
to 4.
So now we are at Jobber Slam 4. We are officially on the road to Jobber Slam 4.
You heard road to WrestleMania?
The road
to Jobber Slam 4.
Nah, it's about to
ring, not coming on your girl.
Pause.
Your bitch ass.
Wow.
Fuck your cat.
Who has a cat? But yes, Jobber Slam for
You see that? Niggas said I started
August.
listening on SoundCloud during COVID.
Oh, thank you so much.
COVID
Yo,
was
and those were rough times when we were remote. Cause I hate recording remote. I promise y'all. But yo, COVID, we had a lot of different interviews. We had Leo Rushline cell phone. We had a whole bunch of other people. So now we definitely got in our interview bag during COVID. So thank you
We
for.
have throwbacks, B.
We do have.
throwbacks.
Hold on. Nick Aldis was on the show.
Well, my best friend.
Come on.
Nick Aldis.
My best friend.
Chad Gaspar, B.
Rest
R.I.P.
in peace.
R.I.P.
D-Lo Brown.
D-Lo
Yeah.
Brown.
We had B-Fab on.
B-Fab. Willow.
Remember that? We
She
had
was
Will.
Indies, B.
Yeah.
We had the 5'2" player
Anthony Bowens.
Nigga, we are underground kings and queens.
So
We had the Ashe maker.
yes, Darius
Trump.
Lockhart. Shout out to him.
Darius
His
Lockhart.
show tonight. If you are in the North Carolina, Charlotte area, please go out to Ashe tonight. April 19th, real live time.
Jazz.
Yo,
Everybody
in all
that-
honesty,
Leo.
Don't forget, for everybody that have that who's not in North Carolina area, you still want to support, you support online. right
yeah.
here.
So only for
$15.
$15.
$15, B. $15. Shout out to Darius Lockhart. Once again, doing it for the community, B.
Yeah, no, doing it for North Carolina. Wow, we really just today. Just $2.99 got niggas all to one. So as I was saying, Jobber Slam for August the 24th, Kobe Day. We do have some. Thank you, whoever's wearing my shirt. Jesus Christ. We do have a lot of surprises in the bag.
Well, we got niggas coming out.
Yeah, like
niggas.
it's funny because every year when we have our like meetup meeting, this is kind of pulling behind the scenes for y'all. No, you done said a lot. So pull it.
We got D nigga coming. That's all I'm gonna say. We have D nigga.
That definitely leaves like that's the vacant picture, and it can be anyone at that point.
D nigga.
But no,
I can't wait to announce this.
no, we definitely no. So let me tell you something. We
The
cannot
streets.
drink and record because that ends up
streets.
turning terrible. I've done it before, and it doesn't end well. Huh? Do I want some liquor? No.
Why do you have liquor on?
You have liquor on you?
My girlfriend bought me a flask.
Oh, that's nice. So
So
you
you
just
just
walking around with a
walking around
flask?
I'm a
No
regular.
judgment. That doesn't
You
mean
never
anything.
know when you need it.
Oh, okay. You
There's
know
some
what?
wild times of the road.
You
as a
sound like an
referee.
alcoholic. my nigga.
Just a little bit.
I'm just
A little
saying.
concerning.
It's a wild times. In
You
the
sound like
You
an
think?
alcoholic.
wild times.
Wild
First
times
time,
you were walking
I
around
wanna
with a
be sober.
flask.
I'm gonna show you.
But you know what? Please show us your flask. But you know what? Maybe we'll bring a little bit of the bubbly for next week's episode, since it'll be episode 300. She bought you a Stanley flat. That shit is not even like it's like metal. It's not even like fake, and it's like the chill bottom. You see that? That's some fancy shit. Shout out to Mariah in the building.
She got it from Ross. Don't be sleeping on Ross, B.
Oh, Ross like pay
Mhm.
for less.
Yes.
A nigga said intervention 3-2. But as I was saying, Jabba saying for tickets will go on sale directly after the conclusion of our first show of 2024. Let's go next Sunday, April the 28th. All intergender matches, and we're actually going to talk about some intergender controversy in a little bit. But
Fuck Oklahoma.
yeah, we're gonna talk about yes. Let's go. Our first show of 2024, all intergender. We got champion versus champion going on. We got some really interesting matches squared up. So make sure to get your tickets. If you still are, we got fine Jorge Santi versus Megan Bain. And then we got Steve Pena versus Savannah Evans. TNA's own Savannah Evans in the building. We got Mike Law, Akira. Shout out to Akira from MLW. Miss Gia Scott returning in a another vacant situation going on, but a fatal 4-way match. And we got Masha, who just recently. Oh, thank you. Shout out to Tantalize and Tony in the building. Much love
So,
and
hold on,
respect.
hold on.
Tony, August the 24th, you're gonna want to be in New York.
Yes.
You of all people.
Bring your kids.
Yeah,
All
you're
your
gonna want to
kids.
be in New York.
All your kids.
nigga
Not gonna
has
hold you.
A whole production
Yes.
company with his family.
It's impressive.
Hold on. So you got my nigga Ted.
It's impressive.
Give him his flowers, B. Father of the decade, B.
Yeah.
This man love his kids.
Yeah.
Nigga gave his child her own belt.
Yeah.
Custom made. Got
Yeah.
the child on her own TV show. Got the little son on his own TV show.
The little
Nigga,
one.
This
I always
nigga
love
got
the
the
little
whole
one.
Cosby show
Don't forget.
of YouTube.
Don't forget, Tazline and Tony had Willow and Alicia Fox presented to his
This
daughter.
nigga
B.
is father of the year. No,
Yeah,
father of the decade.
Shout out to Tony. Tantalizing Tony in the building.
I got my toes out right now.
But yeah, I almost took off my shoes too. I was like, I want to get comfortable. But Tony, you're gonna want to be in New York for Jabba Slam. Just letting you know. I'm not gonna tell you why or how or what yet, but trust and believe. Trust when I say every single person on this live, if you are, whether you are far and near, you're gonna want to come out. It's gonna be one of those situations where even after yesterday's meeting, I'm sitting here like, how are we gonna top 5? How is 5 gonna look? Because 4 looks crazy right now. But once again, all roads start off of with our show coming up next Sunday. Let's go. So make sure to come out. But once again, tickets will go on sale for Jobber Slam directly after this show. So we have Cosmic, our Icons champion, going against our franchise champion versus champion. So listen, she gotta listen, step up. Step up or step out, sis. So we're gonna see what they got going on. Friday, yes. Shout outs to Peter Rosado, always throwing the bangers up in the Bazak Bronx.
I was working some other stuff.
Who is my big black ass? Y'all gotta put if y'all have not gave Zuckerberg permission, I want to know who you are.
But nasty.
But shout outs to Peter Rosado, a part of your sports, but also We Are Wrestling, having his show Friday. Now you asking for a lot. We trying to do the brunch the next day, so you gotta pick and choose your battles. You gotta pick and choose our battles.
So belts and barbecue.
No, we not do. That's extra shit that now niggas gotta run around for before the show. No, not doing that.
No, let's do it weeks in advance.
The weekend before, I would be open to.
Listen, I can give a ride to cater it and everything.
The weekend before, we can talk about as like an intro to Jobber Slam week, but the day of, absolutely not. I do want to give yeah, Matthew, if you want to do it the week before, I'm all game. But the week of, no.
We can sell hot dogs and burgers outside.
The week before.
No, the week of.
No, I'm not. We're not gonna discuss this on live, y'all, because y'all not gonna stress me out. We already got a jam-packed show. Then we have a viewing party the next day. Y'all want to do the most? No. Unless we do like a midnight barbecue situation, then I may be open to it. But all right, what? Oh, yo, let me tell y'all real quick. Now I got story time with Nelly. Last night I told y'all I had a hot date. Me with Michael Bostic. Duh. Carlton Jobber Slam, August 24th, or 8/24/24. So hot dogs and wrestlers go together. It's valid. So last night after we had our meeting, I went up to we went to the movies. We went to go see Abigail. So if you haven't seen the commercial for Abigail, it's basically a vampire ballerina chick.
Is it good?
It was actually really good. But the whole premise was we went to Jamaica because they're closing Jamaica movie theater on April 30th. So that was like, yeah. So like for good. So like the Ave, like if you're from Queens and like Jamaica Ave looks totally it's a 180. Yeah, like they put where the Wendy's were, they put the teriyaki chicken spot, the Circle Japan shit is now where Wendy's is at. There's Chipotle, there's a Five Below, there's a Target.
There's a Target on the Ave.
There's a Target on the Ave. Yo, it's wild times. So in honor of
Coliseum block.
Coliseum gone though. They closed the Coliseum.
Oh, okay, it's still
They've been
there.
closed that. It's
Like,
there,
the
but
strip is
nothing's
still
in
there,
it.
but the mall's not
Yeah,
there.
the mall's not there. Oh, Primark. Yeah, Michael's
No,
on the
Primark is
Primark.
fire. I don't care what
Oh my
anyone says.
god. They got rid of my childhood.
Yo, exactly.
I can't get. I
They
got
meant
bootlegged
yo, they Men in Black. I got my first tat on near across street from the
I used to get my
Coliseum.
bootlegged pornos. My nigga named
Wow,
Irvin.
bootleg porno. I didn't know you could do that.
Nigga, what?
Like bootleg porno. Like it wasn't
He's from New York.
Oh, makes sense now.
I was got a lot of bootlegs. Like
Nah, there was a great time for bootleg. Like that, ringtones, all those things were like that was a really great time in life. But
Talk to everybody like who's living like kids.
oh shit, Walgreens is closed. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they closed. Yeah.
Well, they're going out of. I think they filed for bankruptcy.
Yo, crazy times we're living through. But yeah, so we went last night for the last time to Jamaica movie theater. So but Abigail was really good. So if you do want to go watch it, the commercials definitely give you a good
you see the Good Time show?
leeway into it. The what?
The Good Time.
Heard is racist.
The what?
The Good Time show.
What the fuck is that?
It's a Good Time TV show.
The
What?
cartoon.
No. Oh, I don't really watch cartoons, so you lost me at that. I'm so sorry. I was like, what? I was like, what are you talking about?
When we get a change, you know?
What else? You said what?
We can get a chain.
I have one. My name chain.
Yeah, you should wear it out, dude.
I don't need to, but I'll put it out for you if you want. I've had this since I was 16. That's all I had asked my mom for my 16th birthday was my name change because that was, of course, a thing at the time. Like everybody in high school was getting name chains and name belts.
Yo, the white
and
black
shit.
this go crazy. You wanted Spy Kids, but got Big Black Asses Volume 3.
Listen,
he's right.
that's probably some uptown shit for real, for real. That's true. Like on 2/5, that's the real. That's bootleg city, low key. And then they just closed Popeyes on 2/5 in Saint Nick. I was like,
disgusting. That place is disgusting.
What other place? There are tons of disgusting places. It does not mean
No.
you closed though.
No. It smells funny.
Man, when they had closed, I was upset because we used to do happy hour at the Applebee's on 2/5 when they had closed that. Tables? Like what kind of tables?
Tantalizing Tony just texted.
Yeah, so
Of course.
So I will be working on sponsorship for Job of Sam this weekend. I will send an official email. So if you are interested in sponsoring for Job of Sam or our upcoming show or both, you can email us at the email below, or you can DM me. You can personally message me and I will give you that information. But to anyone interested in sponsoring, yes, we'll have vendors. We'll be able to, if you want a table, if you want to sponsor, media pack, like all of that stuff we will have for Java Sam. So I will get that information out directly after our show next weekend. Real quick, before we do get into some hot topics this week, special birthday shout outs I want to acknowledge some people, even though I went crazy earlier. I do want to give a very special happy 40th birthday to Miss Chrissy. Miss Chrissy Love out there. Shout outs to you, my love. Happy 40th. Shout outs to Steven, a part of the Wolf Pack. Shout outs to you, Stephen Garland. Happy birthday. Shout outs to my good friend down in Miami, the 305, Sal. Happy birthday to you. My guy Salvatore, if you ever see him in the Facebook group, happy birthday. Wish him a happy birthday today. So shout outs to all the Aries that are celebrating birthdays and all that jazz. You know, we slowly creeping on, you know, the later part of the birthdays of the year, you know, the better part of the year, I'm just saying. But shout out to everyone celebrating a birthday, whatever you're celebrating, anniversary, birthday, whatever it may be.
Greatest booty talk is Booty Talk 77. That's one shout out.
Did you really just look that up for yourself? Yeah. Okay.
Booty Talk 77. Booty Talk.
Has
77.
anyone ever watched that? Please comment below.
Every black man that's
I want to know now.
That's in that.
I want to know. My Bostic, you're on the live. You ever watched that?
Booty Talk?
Yeah. I'm not mad.
Booty Talk.
I want to know.
Everybody has watched Booty Talk.
Look, ain't nobody called me yet. I want to know.
Everybody.
Matthew said that's accurate. He's accurate. But did you watch it?
Every black man has watched Booty Talk.
Booty Talk, what, 76 you said?
Any of Booty Talk.
No, you said 76.
Yes, Onion Booties.
He said I plead the fifth.
Yes.
I plead the fifth. Damn.
I told you, every black man has
this
watched.
Nigga sound LimeWire. Classic.
Yes, I had 3 bootlegs.
Classic. Wow. You learn something new every day. Ladies and gentlemen, you learn something new every day.
Matthew was a bootlegger?
Who wasn't,
Yo,
though?
Was there bootleg wrestling videos?
No, because you just will record, though, to be honest. You would VHS,
really?
though.
They didn't have bootleg DVDs?
123 _ freak said Brown in round 3. Anyone seen that?
Yes, I seen that. It's the Spanish bitches.
What?
Yes.
No. The thing about it is nobody thought about to bootleg wrestling DVDs and start selling them. Because think about it. If niggas was bootlegging the wrestling pay-per-views, but the only problem was it used to come out too late, though. That's why.
So it would be past. When did this turn into when he started playing fucking all the music to hype up the intro of the show? But I don't know where we got into porno. Oh, when we talked about the Coliseum, so that makes sense. All right.
Oh, he did. There were WWE bootlegs. I had ECW One Night Stand.
Oh. Oh,
Bootleg
ROH.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But he's from Philly. What does that have to do with anything? That's the
Matthew's
whole-
from
Oh,
Brooklyn.
because ROH was in Philly.
Oh.
No, but he's from here. He just lives in Pennsylvania now. You know what? Yes. Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Public,
Channel 34,
listen, public
yeah.
access
Public access,
TV,
yeah.
baby. That's how I got into wrestling. ECW was on public
I
access.
forgot he's from Brooklyn.
That's what I say. He's from here. He's from the town.
I never had. You know what it is? We live in the suburbs, so they never thought about getting. You know what? I did see a couple, but they're not as popular though. It's very
A
like
couple?
scattered.
Because we were from like we lived in the burbs. but
You
the
were
thing
on the
about it-
borderline between the hood and
Yeah,
and
so
the
they,
burbs.
in the hood only had like pornos, mixtape DVDs, but no wrestling DVDs.
No, none.
First one I watched when I came
No.
home was Paige because I didn't believe that was a real thing.
Favorite porn star of all time, Sky Black.
Wow. Okay.
She looked like
Did
Mary
you
J.
meet her?
Blige.
Did you meet her when you went to that sex con thing?
No, I met her a long time ago.
Oh, okay. All right, so let's jump
She looked
into
like
some.
Mary J. Blige.
She looks like Mary J. So I almost said, did you smash Mary J. Blige? That's what I was thinking, but that's not what you said.
Put her face up.
I don't think he has that.
I think you should find it.
I don't think he should find it. No.
Not her naked, but just her face.
Clearly, neither of the. Yarly, put up a picture of one of the things we talked about for discussing as topics today. Let's get into 299. Shout out to Earl in the building. Earl, August 24th. Please and thank you.
What are we talking about?
Jasmine Cashmere.
Nah, I'm
The
talking about
fuck?
Sky Black. She look like Mary J. Blige.
It's
What are we
crazy
talking
how
about, Janelle?
I can't relate to any other shit. It's
What are we talking
hilarious.
about, Janelle?
Let's talk about Oklahoma. Let's
Fuck
go there.
Oklahoma.
Let's
Fuck that
let's
city.
start. Yeah, let's go from the top. So this
Fuck
week,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma Commission, there was an article that came out that discussed the warning that the Oklahoma Wrestling Commission had issued a warning to AEW due to the event that they had previously, I believe in December of 2023, where there was a match with Nyla Rose against I believe a female. I don't know the wrestler's name per se, but basically, so for most states, and some states do have it, some states don't, but like New York, for instance, for example, we have an athletic commission that is present at all independent shows. They come and verify all the paperwork is valid. Everybody is checked. Like, I think people don't, as fans, we just think shit just appears, but behind the scenes there's a lot of like paperwork. There's a lot of like things that have to happen in order for a show to happen that I and me and sometimes the boys or me and Joe Kim, shout out to Joe Kim, that we have to deal with on putting on a show. So there are certain do's and don'ts depending on the state. Certain states need wrestlers to have a license to wrestle.
Like North Carolina.
Like North Carolina's one. There's a few others in that southern region that is a requirement for them to have in order to wrestle. But according to the Oklahoma Athletic Commission, you cannot have men and women wrestle each other. So they issued the warning to AEW to not do that again. But Tony Khan, one thing I will say is he will protect his talent, and he will speak on behalf of his talent. So he's like, he basically put out a statement saying, I stand by my talent, I stand by Nyla, and we support all of our talent, no matter who, male or female type of situation. So my question to the table is, should any promotion, big or small, should they be running in these states that have these type of rules? Because as even for instance, like us having our upcoming show, all the matches are intergender. All of the matches are intergender. So should whether it's a big promotion or small promotion, should AEW, should WWE, should MLW, should any one of of the big promotions, or even little small whatever, should people be running out of these states that have these kind of rules? Because as time we progressed in a time where we've had two black women main event WrestleMania. We've had two black men just main event NXT Stand and Deliver, main event a main event in over probably almost 20 years to main event. So like we have these type of, they have intergender matches at times on WWE TV where the men and the women and the women wrestle each other and things like that. So question is, do we put up a front to these states that have these type of rules? Or do we just say, you know what, it's not my problem, not my state, it is what it is?
Okay, you gotta look at it from two different ways. Is from a worker standpoint, they probably feel that's not fair,
right? Or safe.
You understand? They probably feel that's not fair. We should be able to wrestle each other, blah, blah, blah. We try to make money. We try to live out here too, blah, 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 blah. But on the other hand is, as a promoter, all right, I just want to put that type of match in that city though, but I won't overall deprive those fans of these particular wrestlers. That's not fair. Because at the end of the day, the certain rules that, like you said earlier, that we have to abide within the New York Athletic Commissions. You feel me? Like, meaning that we cannot fight in the audience. Damn, we can't do that. All right, cool. That's understand. That's the rule that we still gotta abide by. We're not gonna say we're not gonna throw out the whole show. We're not. And in certain states, you cannot have hardcore matches. But you know what these big companies do? They won't have them in certain states, but they will have the overall show. That's it. They wasn't like disrespectful. None of that. These are the rules. This is what we want. That's it. Transgenders is something kind of new. So people are still kind of mixy about it. So it's going to take a while. But in the meantime, don't have that kind of match in that state. End of story.
Okay, so Wilkins, your thoughts?
That was very eloquently put.
It really was. I was really impressed.
So I'm going to say this. Fuck Oklahoma. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, fuck Oklahoma.
Yeah, say it again. Say it
Number
louder.
three is fuck Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Now, Oklahoma is middle America, borderline sundown state. Where, if you don't know what sundown state means, it means a place where when the sun goes down, you got to get out of here, especially if you black. Now, when it comes to that, of them, what they said, like I said before, they're middle America. And they have very conservative ways of doing things. Their laws are very conservative. I think Matthew put in there that they still be lynching people out there. Supposedly.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised when I saw it. And I'm kind of with you on this one, Mr. Black, is don't run there. Don't run Oklahoma anymore.
End of story.
That's end of story, because at the same time, like, they ain't fuck with the people on your team. Don't fuck with them.
You can't.
And it isn't like you missing out.
Nah.
It's Oklahoma.
No
disrespect for people from Oklahoma, but it's Oklahoma.
And you know what's crazy though? So first of all, happy early birthday to CN though. She's in the building. Happy
Chocolate
early birthday.
Lady. Sexy lady. Drive me crazy.
I just saw her pop up. I said, hey girl. Happy early birthday.
Snow Bunny's never. Ebony Queen's forever. Snow Bunny's
You gotta put that on a t-shirt.
Is that your mantra in the morning? Ebony Queen's forever.
Yo, could you imagine him staying in the mirror, getting himself ready and combing his beard, being like, Snow Bunny's never. Snow Bunny's never. But no, it's interesting though, because just on a personal tip, so my best friend, you guys have met, she's married.
Chocolate City?
No, our other best friend. My other best friend that lives in Texas, she's married. She has a wife, and her wife's brother actually went to Oklahoma State University. Like, he went to school in Oklahoma from Texas, but as a gay black man. So the trials, the ups and downs that he just experienced, like growing, like, mind you, your 4 years in college are like pivotal, like growing pain years. So to be able to,
did he play a sport?
No.
Oh, he's just gay.
Yeah.
Oh, and black.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's too difficult right
now. And yeah, so for him to navigate that, and he even contemplated, there's certain areas, every city, they have like certain areas that are like, centric towards, a certain group. So like, there's certain, like, even here in the city, like, everyone knows, like, if you're on 9th and 10th Ave between like 42nd and like 59th Street, Hell's Kitchen, that's where all the gays is at. All the gay bars there, gay brunches, all that shit is over there. So, every city does have, that type of, environment where, you can feel safe, you can feel, comfortable. So, like, he even battled himself, like, even staying in Oklahoma because he was like, yo, like, should I not? And then he eventually ended up going back to Houston once he graduated. But, which made a lot of sense because it's just like, how safe will you feel
It's
in that type of
Oklahoma.
environment?
But at the end of the day, you have two options: you can run there or don't run there. That's it. But just like they said in the chat, is yo, are you low key pandering because you don't use her anyway?
Okay, so let's talk about that real quick because Matthew did point that out, and I was just saying here like, you know what? They don't.
They don't. But the thing about
They
it,
don't
though,
use her.
I don't think it's pandering because at the end of the day, like. That's my employee.
I don't think it's pandering.
That's who I signed.
Either.
I get you can potentially think that, but at the end of the day, how would I look if I don't stick up for somebody that works for me?
100%, 100%. But it's not like that. You know the rules when you went into that territory.
But sometimes those rules don't even apply to you.
100%. But it wasn't like they like on some like banter from being there, disrespecting none of that. It was like on some, yo, this cannot happen. You won't get fined, blah, blah, blah. Cool. It wasn't a very respectful way, though, son.
But at the same time,
but you still stand with them.
You gotta stand. Yeah, like any talent, whether depending, no matter what they are. Like if the talent has committed to you and your brand and your company, you gotta stand up for them. That anybody that's like for us, anybody that fucks with Battle Club, no matter skin, sexual orientation, no matter what it is, like we are going to always stand by you because you put your life and body on the line to entertain on our behalf. How do I look not defending you and just being like, yo, you figure it out? Like, no, like it's a not only a business thing, but it's also a personal relationship thing. Like you have to be mindful of those things, but you also can't be ignorant to those things. So that whole you going into to the state and you going into that particular city and you not knowing what the fuck already is going on, that's a lack of knowledge on his part, low key.
Somebody snitched on them.
Yeah.
This wasn't like,
it probably was a, did you know that girl is not really a girl? Like it probably was like that.
I don't think it was like, and I think it's one of those laws that's not really implemented like that.
Because like, good point, because they haven't in Oklahoma in a while. Not a thing just not coming up. Someone said something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this is some real corny shit.
I agree with
it's unfortunate. And once again, it's just still a testament to how much work we still have left to do in wrestling and just in life in general, so that all people have rights, all people are treated equal. We still there's still a road to continue to go down.
I see it this way. I was watching Planet of the Apes. If nobody knows that, that's my movie.
It's one of my
favorites. Mikey has said I should watch it. I've never watched it. I've never watched it.
It is Shakespeare.
Yeah.
It's on Hulu / Disney. Yo, my nigga Caesar, son. Part 1 when he talked.
I don't think you should spoil it for me, but
no. It's part of the movie. Part 1.
I don't think you should tell me the movie. I haven't watched it.
You know I can't tell, but no, my nigga Caesar.
Okay, thank you. I was like, I don't like spoilers. You want me to watch it? Don't say that.
Comparable, and I brought this last week. Is in the Bible, right? The people of Israel, when they got up to Egypt, they was in the wilderness for 50 years, right? People always ask, 50 years, why were they for so long, blah, blah, blah. The reason why I said what I said, because it takes time to build up good habits. It takes time to weed out all the bad ones. And Moses had a habit of anger, and then when he struck the rock, he couldn't enter the promised land because he understood that those are the habits of the old cannot bring into the new land. There's certain things that's going to die eventually in wrestling. Like you said, it takes time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even just have a transgender champion in a major promotion, it's still big. You understand?
In all honesty, and this is
why you kill them.
This is why.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Kill who? Transgenders?
No.
That's why you kill the haters.
No.
You see? This is why you can't say what you just said.
And this is why you can't respond the way that you just responded, because it went left quickly. No, what I was going to say was to clean this up real quick. I do believe, though, that it not only does it take time, but also you got to put into the talent as well, so that there is value to it. Like I always look at, for instance, Sunny Kiss, super talented, super dope. They dropped the ball on Sunny Kiss.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay. I understand they dropped the ball on him, though, son. I'm not denying that. I'm not saying they're wrong about that.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think that he's trying as hard as he's used to? Like, did he like kind of like on some like? I'm not saying that.
So I think because of how their scheduling is, like you got to think about it, like where, and like I said, I low key do sometimes hate comparing WWE to AEW. You have a place where on one side you have a performance center, you have a place where you could go train, you're on a certain regimen. AEW is not as like that. So like when you don't get the reps in, like you don't get the reps in.
Do you understand the question I'm trying to ask?
What was Sonny working out the whole time?
I'm not working out, but like, do you think that after a while AEW, you just felt that, yo, I'm just here for a check after a while?
Everybody, I think, eventually feels like that. Everybody.
Because I don't think that he didn't try, because there was a lot of efforts from him, but I just felt that again is and you mentioned about Nyla Rose. Is I don't think a lot of times, and this is why kind of is kind of risky when it comes to network wrestling a lot of times, because the wrestling side will be for it, will push you, this, that, and third. We've seen many gay champions, transgender champions throughout the whole indies. To us, that's nothing new. But do you think that because a lot of people, the network heads are so old school, they a lot of like old school views that a lot of wrestlers are getting held back? Go ahead.
Okay.
So let's talk about Middle America.
Okay.
Let's everybody that's on the chat. Let's imagine what we call the map of America. We have the East Coast, we have the West Coast, and then we got Middle America, which probably starts from like Illinois all the way left to like maybe close to Washington, which is still the West Coast, but we stop at Washington. That part of America is the majority of people who watch professional wrestling.
All right. Let's get people a visual.
So those are the ones that watch professional wrestling. And those are the ones who a lot of times don't know anything about transgender people, don't care to talk about gay people, and a lot of them don't even like black people unless they're entertaining them.
Yeah.
And that's barely.
So I'm gonna give you an example. When the Super Bowl happened, Shakira and J-Lo were performing at the Super Bowl. The FCC, who the hell has time to call the FCC? Except for Middle America. They called the FCC complaining about some hips shaking. So I'm gonna hold on to that one real quick. Hold on to that. Now, getting sponsors for wrestling is already hard. I've said this numerous times on the show. Getting sponsors is already hard because people think it's too violent. Like, even though wrestling is, especially WWE, is very profitable, it's still sometimes hard to get sponsors. And to go back to what you're saying, mentality is outdated. You have people who have been the same person working for a company for how many years? 50, 40 years. And their mentality hasn't really changed. So when it comes to sponsors, networks, it is outdated ideas. And then you're dealing with Middle America, who has outdated ideas. Yes, we are 3 black people who are talking about wrestling. Yes, we have friends who are on this chat, who are black and brown people talking about wrestling. But yet, we're in a very concentrated place, which is New York, and the Northeast, because majority of wrestling fans aren't black. They are white and they're from Middle America. Nothing wrong with that, but a lot of times their ideas are very outdated. So I understand the struggle that it's hard to book Sonny Kiss. I don't think it's a big deal. And the athletic commission being a thing, you need that.
Yeah, so I actually don't mind having boundaries. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like there should be some form of like a kind of like an outline of things that yes and no. It just so that you have a foundation of those things. Right. They do be ODing. Like when you ever think about, oh, shout out to Demon Diva in the building.
¿Cómo está, mi amor? ¿Cómo está?
¿Cómo está bien y tú? Okay.
Bien y tú, mami. Oh yeah.
Okay, we gotta have you on, sis. We got to bring you on.
Oh, chocolate, brown. Okay, Puerto Rico.
I love her.
Puerto Rico. Oh. Okay.
The NO. Mad.
Shout out to Damian Priest, Puerto Rican. Oh.
From the city. He from the town. But no,
Wepa.
Really?
Wepa.
So
what does that mean?
Like let's go. Like, okay. Yeah.
I'm surprised she never told me that. Wepa.
But no, to wrap it up, Athletic Commission, I do think it's still a very good thing to have. It gives foundation to the guidelines, I think, in order to really put on a safety driven show, whether it's wrestling, UFC, boxing, whatever. But okay, let's move on because I do want to give some love to the A-Dubs since they do have their pay-per-view and we do got to give some predictions on that. But what other topics were we supposed to talk about today? Just throw them up and I can. Bisexual Undertaker, Jesus Christ. Y'all better put some respect on Punishment Martinez. All right, so Forbes just released top 5 most valuable combat sports promotions of 2024. And number 1, we got UFC at $11.3 billion. Number 2, we got WWE at $6.8 billion. We got AEW at $2 billion, 2 beans. We got one championship at $1.3 billion. And we got, last but not least, Matchroom Boxing at $850 million. So both TKO promotions are the 1 and 2s of most valuable.
Technically, AEW's 2.
Nah, they 3. Baby love. They didn't tie, so they still 1 and 2. But $2 billion dollars. It's probably pesos, sis.
Y'all niggas is mad.
It's probably Bitcoin.
So I think what people don't understand, because a lot of people are like, yo, $2 billion, it can't be worth it can't be $2 billion. Yes, it can. So that list is what the company potentially could be.
The value of it isn't the profit of it.
If it was sold. If AEW was sold today, it would be it would potentially sell for $2 billion.
Think of it like when you look at a house. The value of the house may not necessarily be what you pay for it in that sense too. So a value is not the same as profit or what's in the bank per se. So you just have to be very careful and mindful of that.
So profitable.
I think you know what it is? I think in certain areas, and this is once again, I'm not trying to wash their pockets because their pockets is a little bigger than mine. A lot bigger than mine. But I think it just boils down to certain areas that may be profitable. So like that video game, not profitable. They may get profit off of merch. They may get, I don't know how profitable actual live events are recently, but yeah, I think in certain areas they probably are profitable in certain things, but then there's certain things that they probably are taking L's in, and that's in every business. That's in any business. That's not just an AEW thing. WWE probably is profitable in certain areas and could be more profitable in certain other areas and things like that. Or they lose money on certain things. Yeah, so that's just business. You know what I mean? So, but shout outs to UFC and WWE for being the 1s and 2s.
So what it is that what the assets of the company is.
Mm-hmm.
So remember, AEW has ROH library.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, they have a deal with Warner Brothers for their TV deal.
And they got some deals overseas.
They have deals overseas.
Yeah, they have the things.
It's what the
CMO.
assets the company has. And like Carlton said,
shout out to Carlton in the building.
That's where there's usually 10 times the revenue. And like, listen, they may not be doing that well revenue wise.
Mm-hmm.
But what they have, and Tony Khan has been on record and saying, hey, I'm just trying to build the worth of the company up.
Yeah, because you got to also think, like, these are, is UFC public or private?
Public.
You got to think, those top 2 are publicly traded companies. So it's going to be a higher value in that instance versus a private company like AEW is currently right now.
Look. This is the only private wrestling company that's worth $2 billion.
Well, I wouldn't say only private because MLW I think isn't public. I don't think TNA's public. So they're not the only private, but
the only private that works
but the
that
only
much.
private, right?
Yes,
In that conversation piece,
so
yes.
At the end of the day, this is good for wrestling. Certain people don't want AEW to succeed. I'll tell everyone this. Tony Khan pointed this out. A rating's a rating. If you hate watch it, if you love watch it, it's still a rating. If y'all want AEW to succeed, to fail that badly, stop talking about it. But all y'all,
everybody's always gonna talk about it, but I say, but you know what it is, and that's why I don't really take ratings for what they are because there's tricks to the trade to that. Because their ratings. So let's say, for Dynamite, for instance, Wednesday night, what the show before is what that fuck. What is the name of the damn show that come on right before Dynamite? The sci-fi shit. Not Young Sheldon, the other one. Fuck. What's the name of the show, guys? That's on before Dynamite. I can't think of the name.
Theory.
Okay, Big Bang Theory. Thank you, because I'm sitting here like, what the fuck is the name of the show? So Big Bang Theory will literally go into like it'll cut off at like 801. So whoever, if you, let's say, for instance, 900, let's say 1 million people have been watching that show, they get a little bit of that viewership. It's not even people that are watching AEW. They are getting the rating, they're getting the views from the previous show. And then at the end of the show, when they do the overrun, they get the overrun viewership because you got people turning back into the channel to see what's coming on after AEW.
But you know the crazy thing about that?
So that's why I don't really take, ratings that serious.
Thing about it was still number 2 on cable.
But but you gotta, but when you put it compared to other things that's on a Wednesday night, yeah.
Look,
and I'm not mad about it. That's just what it is.
It's like a legit win. And on top of that, this is why I tell everybody, like, get out the wrestling bubble and look at the world in entirety. When you realize that cable numbers are down, that's crazy. As the entirety is down. NBA numbers are down. Like certain games only get like 2 million, 3 million WD numbers.
I wonder what they do on Max. So because you could watch, because they have that Bleacher Report thing for a limited time. Right. I wonder what it would look like, what the ratings are on Bleacher.
What I learned Max is, you get to the next one about the pay-per-views now, is when it comes to streaming too, they look at the 24-hour number for that. So let's say that a Saudi show, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will do so much good streaming numbers across the world because people watching it live and watching replay throughout the whole 24. That's how they measure it. But it's still doing good. The company, the parent company, love and say that these are good ratings. We are satisfied. That's it.
123_freak asks, how do we measure success? Everybody's definition of success is different. And I think it really depends on the company itself. Like, I think on WWE side, for them to be breaking all these numbers, for them to have over 10 consecutive sold out shows on a Monday and a Friday for weeks on end, that's a level of success. And the same for AEW. For AEW to do how they did Wilbity, whether you like it, you don't like it, you love it, you hate it, whatever, for them to have over 60,000 people in that stadium last August, that's a successful thing, and that should be recognized. So I think it really just depends on, the company's idea of what their goals are and meeting that goal, and that could equal success. Like, I know for us, like when we all, started the year, we talk about like what goals we have and the things we want to do, and if we reach those goals, that is kind of the measuring stick of success in a way.
But for me, I look at it like, how are their attendance? Because that's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
How is their ratings going? I don't particularly go 100% by the ratings, but you want to look at that. Who's watching it? Mm-hmm. Now, what's their social media like? Are they getting interactions on YouTube and stuff like that? People like buying into that. I look at the overall picture.
I look at, I look at 2 things. I look at the streets and social media, because social media will make it seem that how the AEW has no fans, everyone hates them, this, that, there, but people I still hate watching. When I see people in the street wearing AEW merch, I'm still like, yo, AEW's doing good.
I'm not gonna hold you. Yesterday I saw a guy with a Bray Wyatt shirt and an NWO hat, and I popped. I was like, oh shit. But
Yeah, like, I think that's so for me.
Viewership attendance,
pay-per-view
buys,
social
social
interaction.
interaction.
But it's also
In the streets too.
But it's also
too, low key sponsorship is a big thing.
Thank you.
Like, and
Thank
I
you.
really like, and WWE, both, and you know what? Shout out, I give AEW them flowers too, because they've been doing that DraftKings shit. They had DraftKings on them fucking turnbuckles all times of the day.
You know how that AEW doing very successful? You said something. Advertisement. When AEW first started, they had advertised for the most. It was like daytime television advertisements. A lot of like medicine.
Yes.
It was a lot of like crappy, like what the hell is this? Now you see progression of advertisement, cars, all of that. So they doing good because advertisers will not pay you to advertise their shit if you're not getting the ratings.
But also too, it's good when you're under a network because then you have inter-promotional opportunities and things like that. But I do think
Like,
adding
they messed it up
sponsorship
during
to
the NBA
that.
games.
Yeah, or vice versa. You know, once again, WWE does it all the time. Like they just had all of them on Celebrity Family Feud.
Right.
You know, whether it's, you know, whenever they pop up on like NASCAR or whatever, like whatever it is, like when you have an appearance of that nature. The media tours that WWE did leading up to WrestleMania was disgusting in a very good way. Like these niggas was on every fucking TV you could think of, every show you can think of that was in the tri-state area. They rolled up on. I'm talking about from the Breakfast Club to fucking to the Today Show. So it definitely, there's definitely certain, you know, categories of criteria to validate a success, but that really just depends on, you know, the company itself and what they set as success, you know.
Like,
so
at the end of the day, they've been a company for six years. WWE been a company for close to 75 years, right?
I guess, yeah.
75 years.
I mean, I don't like to compare ages because, like, at this point, it's just like, listen, either gonna do good, you're not gonna do good.
But you go against a company that been around for generations, that raised a lot of generations, that been through different wars. AEW only been through a pandemic. The fact that they're worth this much, they doing good.
But also too, the person that put all the money into it had the money to do it, to add the value to it. So
doesn't matter.
Oh, it does. It does. If
Because
I had the money Tony Khan had for us to do like Jobber Slam, bro,
it doesn't matter though.
it does.
What I mean by how that it doesn't matter though is, you know what I mean? Okay, he has the money. He put it in. Cool.
Right, but that adds to the value of the as a company as a whole. That adds to it.
Because he if he wasn't a billionaire, he wouldn't have money to buy
He
ROH.
wouldn't. If he didn't have all that money to pay for the people he's been paying for, whether they're at TV or they at home, if he didn't have the money to put on these pay-per-views, to fly everybody, to fly Osprey every fucking week to do TV, like if he didn't put his own money, slash his daddy money into the shit, that $2 billion worth wouldn't be that.
I just feel like everybody uses it against them.
But it also is the truth. Like, it's not.
Why gonna use something against him that he didn't choose to do? Like he got born into money. That's not his fault.
It's not a bad thing. I'm not.
No, it's not a fault.
No.
That's just his truth.
No. I said it seems like the guy using it against him.
No.
But the thing about it, it's used.
I'm just acknowledging the fact that had someone like if he didn't have the money he didn't have.
Nigga would be Peter Rosardo. That's what a nigga would be.
Yes. And it's not that's just the truth. It's not a shade, it's not a bad thing. It could be good thing, but at the end of the day, if you have the money to put in whatever you put into something, the value goes out.
And it's not an insult because you'll be a regular indie booking promoter.
Yeah.
I just feel like
that's what I said. If I had Tony Khan money, shit.
I just feel like these are always like the thing that they use against them.
Because the thing about it,
he's a fan of wrestling. Okay. Oh, he got his daddy money. Okay.
But it's like that helps build the company easy.
But think about it. Going back to when Vince bought the company from his dad, he bought the company from his dad. Daddy didn't give it to him. Daddy didn't give him the money to buy the company. Vince bought the company on his own merit.
And then he had to pay it back.
But Vince still had the money though.
He had to earn. He had to get that money. That wasn't money that wasn't his daddy saying, "Here, I put some money aside for you. If you do one day want to buy the company from me, buy it."
Wait, hold up. So he basically built off a legacy of his father, but nobody used it against Vince. Then everybody used it as a badge of honor.
Actually, I do think he probably got a little bit of backlash for it because everybody was like, the way that Vince handled the business was very different from his father.
I'm talking about fans now. Nobody used that against Vince McMahon.
Well, fans in the day weren't criticizing wrestling the way they do now.
It doesn't matter though.
Oh, it does.
I'm talking about now. Like I lived back then. I'm talking about
I
now.
didn't either, but I'm saying now in the current status quo.
Nobody criticized Vince for that.
So I'm gonna say this. The difference, but you are right. Vince had money. He bought the company from his dad, 100%. But he also was in debt towards his dad, and he had to pay the money back.
I'm not.
No. I'm saying what I'm saying because I understand what you're saying because you're saying that Vince basically did the same thing. No. Because at the same time, this has been on record where Tony Khan's dad has said, "Hey, I have a ton of money. You can use it because you can have it."
No,
I agree with that.
You see, y'all not listening to what I'm saying though.
Okay,
is he still built off his dad's success?
And I understand.
And no. Everything you talk about the money thing, this, that, I'm not talking about that. You notice that I pinpointed that.
So no, I will go to that because it was WWF, right? 3 W's and an F. It was New York. It was a regional promotion. It's basically a bigger, it's basically Hog on steroids. You can't compare the two because literally he took a regional promotion and blew it up and made it mainstream. As much as a shitty person the guy is behind the scenes, WrestleMania 39, WrestleMania 40 was one of the biggest things in the world. No. I'm just saying. You saying that he built off his dad's legacy. You can kind of say that he got a bump because
he had a good foundation. I will say that.
That's a bad thing, though.
No, it's not a bad thing.
But I'm going up against what you're saying because there's, and like somebody said, it's apples and oranges.
It is
because you can say a legacy. And that legacy is not as solid as having a billionaire back you up all the time. When the mere fact that Vince had to put his house up for WrestleMania 1, and the fact that this shit could have went left because you're taking something that literally he took Hog and made it a national thing.
I just want to go on the record. I'm not against that. I'm not.
No, we never said you did.
I'm not comparing the legacy at all. So let's make this very clear. I'm not comparing it.
Okay. No, they got you. They said,
we all understand what you're saying. For me, I wouldn't compare neither.
No, I wasn't.
No, I get that. I'm just saying.
Each promoter have their own set of difficulties.
Absolutely.
For example, Vince McMahon had a deal he had to deal with, and Tony Khan had to deal with. Absolutely. You understand? Let me give you a kind of slack for Tony Khan. The fact that Tony Khan had to be a promoter and had to figure out how to talk in front of everybody, that shit takes skills and time.
That he still has not mastered,
but he do them smart now. Instead of me going live and talking, he does a pre-recording.
But that makes it even worse, low-key. And then now they be putting him on TV, looking real random.
But Janelle, how did I make it worse though? Because you said this to me last week when my brother said that I put my clothes out before I do anything in the morning. You said that, hey, if that works for you, that works for you. In his world, if that makes him comfortable, so you get better.
But it still doesn't connect to the audience.
But he's doing what's best for him.
Right, but sometimes what's best for you is not always what's best for the company. And that's what business is about. Sometimes you can't always.
You're picking now.
No, I'm not. It's the truth. It's the truth.
You see,
just because it works, just because something may work for me. Like for instance, let's say a match that I want, it works for me. It may not work best for the overall picture of the situation.
Making announcements,
right? But if the announcement if the announcement that he's making is made by, let's say, somebody else, it could be received. No, but I'm saying if the same thing, him making an announcement versus someone else making an announcement, it can hit differently from somebody else. Then what's the point?
My point was he evolved how he presents certain things compared to when he first went to the.
He went from 0 blinks to 1 blink.
Yo, Janelle, you really not listening.
I'm just asking a question.
And I gave you the example. He's to go out there live and make an announcement. They used to make fun of him how he used to shake, you say certain words. People make fun of him. So
People
he
still
went
do.
and did something that worked for him. Pre-recorded so that he can make all the mistakes and get the best version. That's him evolving his style. That's him doing stuff that works for him. You're 100% right. And
Okay.
that's the point that you missing.
No, I'm not missing it. I'm just saying, regardless, all I'm saying is what makes him comfortable may not be what's best for business.
So what's wrong with him doing it and pre-recorded?
Because pre-record, it still don't hit. It still don't translate on TV what the fuck you trying to say. Because you still look the same way you look like you was doing it live. You look the same. There's nothing There's nothing different from him. I'm not. There's nothing different from when he's live. The only difference is he's not jumping up and down when he does it on a live stage versus a pre-recorded.
So
that's it. There's no difference.
Right now.
I'm not capping. There's no difference. I'm not lying because I'm old. I don't have to say cap. There's no difference. There's no difference.
So there's none. Is he stuttering? No. Is he go? No. He has volume control. There's no difference.
There's no difference.
You're a hater.
I'm not.
You're a hater.
For what? Why would you do that? What would I have? What would I gain from hating on Tony Khan? What would I gain from that? What would I gain from it?
That's it.
What would I gain from that? What would I gain from it?
He evolved his style.
For you, and that's okay. I'm okay if you feel like that, you know what, he's taking it, so he's realized like, yo, live may not be best for me, so pre-recorded may be best for me. If that resonates for you, that is great, that is amazing, that is awesome. That does not resonate for me. We are two different fans getting two different reactions. That's it. That is a lie. That is a lie. Niggas is always criticizing everybody what everybody say, even down to when you post clips. Niggas is commenting, criticizing. Niggas is always criticizing.
I'm just
not.
WrestleMania is gonna move to May.
Apparently, so there is a rumor that WrestleMania. So now that we've moved away from big fours to big fives, so WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and Money in the Bank are now officially called the Big Five PLEs. So Tony Khan, during an interview, not Tony Khan. See, now you got me thinking about Tony Khan, but I don't even want to talk about Nick Khan, the other Khan that makes sense.
Anyway.
Had recently did an interview and had stated that, you know, their vision of the next few years, moving forward, was that the Big Five PLEs would be in the U.S. or Canada, and that the goal for the other pay-per-views would be internationally. So, and they've definitely been putting in the work for that. So, like, even with the upcoming Backlash being in France, Clash at the Castle being back in Scotland, Bash at Berlin in Germany, so the Saudi king, the king and queen of the ring in Saudi. So there's definitely been placements in moving pay-per-views into international locations. So also in following up with that, he definitely had also mentioned that they've been holding off on announcing WrestleMania just yet, just because they want to, you know, make sure everything's in place. And also they are debating on whether keeping it in April or putting it into May. So with that being said, real quick, and then we'll jump into This Week in Wrestling and then some AEW projections real quick. How does WrestleMania in May affect the other pay-per-views? Because you got to think about it, where if you're starting off the year with Royal Rumble stays in January, you now move from let's say 2.5, 3 month lead up to WrestleMania to now extending that to a possible 4 to 5 month run of we go into 4 to 5 months of a run into WrestleMania season.
No, you don't, Mama. No, you don't.
The Royal Rumble winner will not be able to wrestle their match until 5 months after.
Hold up. This is when you get creative.
Thank you.
So, okay, we have Elimination Chamber. Usually it's in February, right? Move it to March.
That's it.
Move it to March.
That's it.
Because now you have another build-up. We can play around. We can take the toys out. We can get this person here, this person here. We just put a 6-week gap in. And, okay, 6 weeks later after that, Mania.
we just added another sprinkle to the thing to potentially what happens.
Because I agree with you. Because those last minute storylines get too extra. Imagine if the LWO versus that whole match they got extra 2 weeks. Bianca Belair, them three had extra 2 weeks to build up the storyline.
Exactly, because now we got extra time. Hold up. And the thing about it, I like what he was thinking. Let's talk about it real quick. What happens in April? March Madness, right? The Final Four.
They was competing.
They were competing
Everybody
with that.
was competing.
They were competing with that. Now you move it, because the thing about it, if you Royal Rumble is right after the Super Bowl, or right before the Super Bowl. So there's nothing other sports are doing during that time. So now, if you move Mania used to be in March. I remember that.
Yeah, it depended on where it fell. So sometimes it would fall late March. Sometimes I think WrestleMania 14 was actually like March 14th or something.
Yeah,
it was like mid-March.
It was mid-March. But now you move it to May. There's nothing going on in May sports-wise. I think
UFL?
No, UFL maybe. That's not.
I think by then they'll hit their like playoffs or something like that.
That happens. That's number one. Baseball's just starting, and nobody really cares up until like later on into the year.
Yeah, everybody don't sign on until after the All-Star, which is like August.
So there's nothing. You're not competing.
Oh, NBA playoffs.
Yes
and no, because people don't really jump into that. I feel like people don't really jump into it until like the actual finals.
Yeah.
And that's June.
So May start, but then the thing about it, you have the May, the playoffs is going, but after that is not really nothing huge. And you mentioned NBA play. NBA playoffs are important, but it's not huge. It's a lead up to the final, which is gonna be huge.
Like one game versus.
But you have one night. You have two
7
nights.
others.
Saturday and Sunday night. Yeah. Then the thing about you're gonna be in a stadium, 9 out of 10, and it's warm because we will go back to what happened in Philly.
And
it was cold.
And New York.
Nah, it was definitely colder in Philly than it was in New York. Hands down.
It rained.
Like I didn't even do night 2 because that's how cold night 1 was. Legit.
And night 2 was warm.
Yeah, come to find out, I was kicking myself in the ass for that. But I didn't want to get sick. It wasn't.
Night 2 was warm.
But that's what I'm saying. You wanna, but that's also the beauty that I think, some people online that I've been reading of like, oh, they should go back to one night. And I'm like, no, please don't. Because 2 nights definitely is an easier intake. You get to pick and choose what night. You don't have to be forced to just do the one night and be in the stadium for 8 hours. So like 2 nights definitely is an easier take in than one.
It's more money when you look at it. It's crazy because COVID's what made it change.
For real.
That's the crazy part about it. It was COVID that made it change to 2 nights, but at first I was against it, and then now doing a couple of years,
you experienced it yourself.
3 years,
yeah.
It's like.
You can pick and choose the night you want.
You can pick and choose the night you want, and it's easier to digest.
It's easier, it's easier intake. Yeah. It's just an easier
intake. You're not checking it. That's literally a work shift.
Yeah.
It's an 8-hour work shift that you're going in for wrestling.
From one night to where now, if you're doing 2 nights, the max you're doing is like 4 hours.
Yeah, so I'm totally down for them moving it. And like I said, move Elimination Chamber over a little bit. And then now you have
space it out a little more.
Space it out. Like you know what? Now you got February, March, and then May for pay-per-views.
Because then what? If they do, let's say, Rumble January, Elimination Chamber, if they move it from Feb to March, then at least gives you that like 6 weeks, I guess, depending on when in March, gives you the 6 weeks leading up to WrestleMania. So that does still work if they do May, but it would have to be early May. But then you get tricky because the beginning of May is Mother's Day weekend. You get tricky in some shit. But I'll bring my mom. It's cool. She won't go. Because then what? July would be Money in the Bank. They've been doing SummerSlam in August a lot more.
And then August.
And then August, and then November is Survivor Series. So yeah, it still does work out. It just really depends on the placement.
So
I guess.
Y'all heard about Vince might start his own promotion?
Yeah, I heard that too. The streets have been talking about Vince doing his own thing. Which is interesting. I actually do want to I want to talk about that when we get a little bit more information on that. I don't want to talk about that just yet.
I get you.
Just because we do have some other things to talk about. Real quick before we get into this week in wrestling and our Aew Dynasty predictions. One thing, I just forgot what I wanted to say. Shit. Well, all right, let's talk about some Aew then.
Yo, speaking of that, you know that what's the name, The maximum models went.
Oh, they went to Africa.
Yeah, look, clip is right here.
Yes, yes. That's all. Let's fucking kill it.
The time of their lives,
and
it shows. Yo, it's so funny. Lord White?
Yeah,
that's problematic. All right, this week in wrestling. So, before we do get in, now I remember what I was gonna say. So next week, I believe, or another like week and a half, WWE hits the draft. The WWE draft hits 2 nights, Friday and Monday for Raw and SmackDown, and apparently NXT will be on the table. So you may have superstars that may get drafted to NXT. You may have stars switching brands. What are you? Just give me 2 people that you think are gonna make the move. Like who's on SmackDown that'll move to Raw? Who's on Raw that may move to SmackDown? Who's on either one of the brands that may go to NXT? Just real quick. Just what you thinking? No, yes, maybe no.
I think Dominic might go to NXT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I totally see. So, the Raw after Mania, they had Ilya Dragunov and Roxanne Perez on Raw. Montez to NXT, interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I totally see Damian once again coming out of Judgment Day somehow, some way. But I don't know now because Rhea's now going to be on the shelf for about 3-4 months, due to an injury. Hashtag Liv Morgan. Otis and Tozawa to NXT. That'll be dope. Yo, Ivar NXT this past week we popped. We was like, oh shit. But all right, you know what? Let's get into this week in wrestling. And SmackDown, and boy was it one for the ages. Woo! Because they're gonna take it down.
So how about we use the CM Punk one, not last week?
Oh, because Tony, your boy Tony was sitting here taking everything down. It's fine. We can talk about it. So the Bloodline storyline is taking it's volume 2. I think is about to, begin, where we had, Paul Heyman talk. He said, we lost, we take our L in pride, and, Jimmy, they're sitting there like, yeah, we gotta get things back on track. But Solo, and I told y'all from the beginning of time, Solo was the one to watch out. I said it. And I ain't believe me. Solo then grabs the mic and says, nah, we need to win, and we gotta punish those who lost. And shout out once again, WWE production, top tier. Cameraman was far away from the other side of the ring. You didn't even know what was going on until you saw people start going, oh shit, in the crowd. And lo and behold, Tama Tonga has finally arrived to WWE. If you do not know of him, he is one of the founding members of the Bullet Club. He's been in New Japan for almost over 10 years. First was showing you Out of Control, Jungle Boy, to NXT's Out of Control. So Tama Tonga is now a part of the Bloodline. If you guys also do not know, he is the son of Haku, who used to first of all, one of the baddest men in wrestling, period, in the story, but also used to tag with Rikishi back in the day. So it's interesting now that both their sons are now kind of together.
You gotta demonetize anyway because you play those songs.
What songs?
No, it doesn't matter.
What are you talking about?
Those songs aren't. What's the name? Let's just keep going.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? So now we get an interesting turn of events in the Bloodline saga. To now, then on Raw, Jay was asked about how do you feel about what happened to Jimmy. He was like, I told my brother to come with me. I told him they would turn on him.
But then again,
what?
He did try to warn his.
He did. He said it too.
But he told them like reason why that he didn't want to become the tribal chief because like he knew the power would get to his head.
Correct.
So we're not gonna talk about there's no video package of Tama Tonga yet. I was about to say that. Like I love the way that the internet is quiet about that. I need my video package.
Okay, I mean,
because I'll give it to
talk
them.
to them.
They got it till Friday. But AEW does the same exact thing. The internet goes crazy.
Talk
I
about
don't know
them.
what the fuck Tama Tonga is.
But you know what? I will say, and it's a hard part of when you're there live. Commentary definitely
But AEW does the same thing.
Gave the pieces to the puzzle.
But AEW does the same thing.
Okay.
So and we give them issues. I want my video package.
What would you want in the video package?
Explain who the fuck he is.
Now, can they use New Japan footage?
They use what the fuck they want to just pay them.
Hollering.
They can do other footage.
But there may not be any other footage.
I will say this is because the thing about it, I don't know who this nigga is. Because Shay Jackson, Ice Cube's son, said that y'all got on his ass. I'm not even talking about Shay Jackson. I'm talking about myself. If I'm a wrestling fan who only watches WWE, my nigga, just because you told me that he dominated New Japan, nigga, I don't know that shit.
I don't
know that shit. Nigga, put a video package.
All right, so listen.
SmackDown
is tonight. SmackDown is tonight in real time, so we will see what they do.
No, it doesn't matter though because
I don't give
what
a
does
fuck
matter?
if
they said AEW does the same exact thing. You know what they do? They have a whole rant and complain. No,
so I'm gonna let y'all rant and complain so we can move on. We ain't got that much time left.
They said because Matthews in the comments, people in the comments like, oh, Corey.
No, they did comment. That's what I said. Commentary did do its job. I will absolutely say that. Not all.
So
not all.
No, I need visuals. I need you to make me feel it. Just because you said this nigga dominated New Japan, I don't know that shit.
But that's what I'm saying. We'll see tonight. How about we table the Tama Tonga video package saga to next week to see if they give you one tonight. If they don't give you one tonight, then I will let y'all can start off the show at the 300th episode, giving the rant of all rants about video packages.
I need my video package.
No, it doesn't matter because, like, hold up. Whenever someone debut on AEW Night 1, it's gonna go crazy. Who is this guy? Who is this motherfucker? Oh, they go crazy. They don't give him a second chance. They never do. So the fact that they let WWE rock with this one, no one said nothing because y'all know who he is. But yeah, if I ask my nigga Carlos from work, yo, who is this man, Black? Who is this man? I had to explain to him. But yeah, y'all don't say use the internet to those WWE fans. Y'all don't.
So guys, we will table Tama Tonga's video package to see if they give us
I don't give a fuck if he's Haku's son. Nigga, show me the bloodline.
Who's Haku?
Exactly.
Who's Haku?
Exactly.
Who's Haku?
Who is Haku? Who?
That's Attitude Era.
All right.
Attitude Era.
So
I'm 21.
I'm 17.
I'm sure they will. So also on SmackDown, we got the tag team debut of Jade and Bianca Belair. Because baby, there's nothing that's gonna stop that. Okay, I'm in SmackDown on a positive note. There is nothing that's gonna stop that. Carlos need to learn. I was thinking that, but I ain't say that. But that correct. Correct. That's what I think. That's what I think. Y'all missing. No, it's not even that. I really don't know if they can get. Because in all honesty, I think he's like really only wrestling for New Japan. So I don't even know if they can get that footage.
Only wrestling for New Japan.
I don't know if they can get that footage.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you how to do the video package. Give me 2 minutes. All right. This is what you're gonna do, right?
Oh,
you're gonna go back when they when they saw the Bloodline, that big old thing on the Titantron in Vegas, right? Yeah. You're gonna go into Haku's name because he's part of the Bloodline. He was on that tree. Yeah. You're gonna go, oh my God. Yep. Then you're gonna show this nigga go in front of the tree.
Yo, so what if they do that shit tonight? What if Paul Heyman comes out, starts SmackDown, and pulls up the family tree and explains that shit? What if he does that?
Explain that to me.
Okay.
Explain to me like I'm an idiot.
All right.
Explain it to me like I'm an idiot. And then, you know what?
Right? They don't fucking listen, bro.
You think Rocky Romero, shout out to Rocky, he's the VP of New Japan and the VP of AEW. This nigga Rocky got many jobs. So he's like a Jamaican.
To Gene's point, though, I will say, so that's why I'm not 100% sure because I wouldn't say they don't fuck with WWE because they did let Carl Anderson go back to New Japan twice, I think, to defend that title he had when they re-signed them. Yeah. So it's not like I don't think they don't fuck with them, but I'm not 100% sure on the copyright and if they can use video footage from that nigga's time in New Japan, that I don't know.
Show videos of his dad working with Rikishi. Yeah. Show videos of that. Then you're gonna show Tama Tonga pictures with him. What is he?
Now listen, and that's the crazy part. Because I definitely think they don't ran Bullet Club into the ground, but the WWE has a real shot in putting all the pieces of the Bullet Club together.
I said this.
They do have the pieces of the puzzle. But all right, we're gonna move on real quick, and then we're gonna get to AEW Dynasty predictions. Raw this week. Chad motherfucking Gable, y'all. I am willing, able, and Gable. I'm riding to the end with my nigga Chad Gable, who turned heel at the end of Raw, and I loved every minute of it.
So I'm gonna say this.
I loved every minute.
First of all, Chad Gable, that nigga.
That nigga.
He is the man.
That nigga.
He is the man.
Jervis swings from his wife.
Right in front of his wife and his daddy, I think.
I want to say
right in front of them niggas.
I want to say something. Y'all turning on Cody. I see it. Y'all turning on the Pastor Cody. Y'all turning on the Pastor Cody. Y'all don't like heroes. Why don't y'all like heroes?
My nigga is Batman in live and in living color.
Not. He is Superman. He is Superman. He look good. He out here holding the belt. Old school.
See, but
status.
I feel like in terms of like the style wise, he fits Batman a little more because it's definitely that anti-villain. Like I feel like Cody is Batman. I'm not gonna hold you on that.
So whatever, Batman. Oh, because his daddy died. I see what you're going there.
I didn't think of that, but okay.
Hold on.
In his mind,
in my mind,
his
mom ain't there because The Rock.
I mean, even though she was there,
The Rock killed.
She was holding the belt.
The Rock killed his moms.
The Rock did not kill his mom.
Not in real life.
Now we tripping.
Not in real life. But let's go because I be seeing on the internet y'all turning on my man Cody. Y'all straight turning on Cody, talking about why you holding the belt like that. No, dumbass. That's the old school way of holding the belt. That's number one. Number two.
Yo, the Ric Flair did that shit. Yo, you got to know your history to know what the fuck that means. That is prestige.
Exactly.
That is prestige.
But y'all don't want to fuck with my man Cody. Why? Because he a hero. When a hero comes along, and you mighty strong, and you finally see the truth that a hero side of you. Y'all don't like heroes.
Hero lies in you. I'm just gonna finish the sentence for you. However, I do think I pray that it ends up being AJ Styles winning and getting the title shot because I definitely think a feud with him and AJ would be dope as fuck. Like,
but I think I know what the problem is.
They keep showing him too much, low key. For me, I'm just like, Cody, sit down.
I think that's it.
You won.
But also, where does the conflict lie with Cody's reign so far?
I think it's. I know, honestly, I don't even think it's started yet, so that people can really be on some like, yo, this shit is trash. Like we're literally like, what? He won the belt 2 weeks ago?
But the thing about it, he's a hero. Yeah, they don't like heroes. What's wrong with you?
You all right over there? We'll just lay down. Oh, well, you cramping up? Yeah, stretch yourself out on the floor. We only got a few minutes left. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it has started yet. So
but where's the conflict?
For people, for people to have their panties in a bunch or feel away about Cody and turn their back on Cody, it doesn't really make sense.
But they have a point though, bro. They got a point because if you are gonna be carrying this company, we gotta throw you in some conflict right away. What makes good all those shows that you be watching, those Tyler Perry shows? The one thing Tyler Perry can do right. Listen to me. There's conflict. Why haven't we started a conflict yet?
Because I think we had to set the stage because I think that's what he kind of did with on Raw when he introduced Jimmy. Well, I mean not Jimmy. When he introduced Jay Uso, I think he had to establish like, all right, listen, I've been the rocking the baby. I've been the biggest baby face on Raw. Like this has been my position. He basically handed the torch to Jay on Raw when he introduced him, and then that went into Sammy's dope ass entrance for his match. I think they've just been I think they've just been closing, finishing up the last of the things he needed to do before he gets into some type of conflict. Like because once again, he's only been, I feel like he only got them side plates like a week ago. Like I feel like y'all, everybody gotta chill and let shit cook for a little bit. And that's why I said, I think the biggest person that'll probably give him that conflict would be AJ Styles. So that's why I think AJ should be the first person to challenge him. That should win tonight and challenge Cody at Backlash.
And then what happens?
We'll see. I don't
takes
know.
Bathhouse is in 3 weeks.
The
So
fuck?
let me ask you a
I don't
question.
know. Shit.
Let me ask you a question.
I've been playing GM mode myself. I
Let
don't
me
give
ask
a
you guys a
fuck.
question.
We just finished
Who are
SummerSlam.
the upper card gatekeepers? What I mean by that is back in the day when, oh shoot, about to get in a match with Kane. That's going to test him. About to get a match with Mankind. About to test him. Ooh, you about to get in a match with my nigga D'Lo Brown. About to test him. Who are the guys where like champions have to go through them? Like even back in the day, Kirk Angle. Ooh, Kirk Angle about to put the hurt on him. Different levels of wrestlers, different kind of difficulties. Like I feel like everybody's just a different style of cool now in wrestling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where are the mega heels?
Because like
Who's
Hey,
gonna eat
not
your
really.
children?
I don't know. Oh, but then we got the creepy ass. I thought my TV was fucked up for a second. I was like, what the fuck going on here? We got another little clue of of Uncle Howie, I think, which was dope. I think them honoring Bray is just like really dope. So to that point, yes. And I was just about to say that because that match with Nakamura and Ilya Dragunov and for Dragunov to win was dope. No, but you said who was that person that tests the new talent to be established? And that match on Raw, the Raw after WrestleMania for that match for Shinsuke and Ilya Dragunov to happen, that was an example of
what
that.
I mean by that is just like Shinsuke lose too much. A Kirk Angle, he won't be losing that much. Let's say how Kirk Angle the time span will have 10 matches, probably out the 10, he might lose probably like 4 of them. But yeah, he win the 6th one, still keep him somewhat strong and dominant. I feel like a lot of these competitors where like they don't win enough to when it matters. That's what I noticed.
It's it's wrestling. What can you say?
Someone said the Miz and Ziggler, but they lose too much.
But now Miz is the world tag team champion with R-Truth, who's a national treasure and should be protected at all costs. Yo, the fact that he was in front of Triple H and he said, "You're not Triple H, you're Tommaso Ciampa." I said, these niggas love Ron Killings beyond what we think. Like for real. All right, real quick, Dynamite this week. Open up with the new shout outs to John Moxley, Dean Ambrose, whoever you want to call him today. Becoming the first ever person to win all belts from all major companies. Yeah, listen, but what I don't like is when Dean Ambrose was doing that, when he cashed in and y'all niggas wasn't for that shit, and you know who you are, Quentin Brown. Don't sit here and try to be a John Moxley fan, but you was not a Dean Ambrose fan, because I'm gonna call you out.
They're 2 different people.
Nope, they not. Same
Yes,
nigga, same nigga, same body.
No, you talking about?
Yep, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Dean Ambrose was an alcoholic.
And so was John Moxley.
No, he's not. He's sober.
He got sober. He
doesn't matter.
Went into rehab
bald.
as John Moxley.
He's bald.
I'm gonna let you. You know what? I'm not gonna do this with you today. But
John Moxley has a daughter.
Listen,
Dean Ambrose didn't.
Listen.
2 different people.
No, they're not. Y'all gonna stop doing that. All right, but Dynamite this week. I really wish they would have built a story with fucking Cesaro and Will Ospreay. I really wish that would have meant something a little bit more than just a match. Oh, but the match was so good. Like, I just really wish they would have been something a little bit more than a match. Shout out to Shane Taylor, my good friend Shane Taylor, being on Dynamite this week. Even though he took that L, but baby, he laid that flag over Orange Cassidy. I said, oh shit, this shit just got crazy. What else happened real quick? And you can load up the Dynasty card. They had the mixed tag with that wasn't really a mixed tag, but it wasn't. And then the worst turn on Orange Cassidy. I was just upset that it took a Superman punch to beat him. That was the only thing. I was like, damn. But a finisher is a finisher, so I respected it.
Got protected.
What else happened on Dynamite? Yo, it's to the point now, like, I have to watch it Thursday morning because Michael doesn't want to watch it no more. Michael's checked out of AEW, so now I record it. I mean, I always record it, but I record it and I watch it on. Yo, I did not. Had I known that Ruby and the nigga was a real thing, I really would have followed the story a little bit more.
She bad.
I really would have followed that a little bit better. Shout out to Ruby Soho.
She got feminine energy coming out now.
Announcing she's
so feminine
pregnant.
now.
So much blessings
Not
to
surprised
her.
she didn't pull
And
out.
Angelo, you're annoying.
It really go out for real?
Yeah, nigga, they having a baby.
Wait.
They having a baby. That's not a storyline shit. That's real life.
Wait. Hold on. Back up.
Yes.
Back
See,
up.
you did the same thing I did. I was like, wait, this is real?
That wasn't a real storyline?
No. So there was a storyline, but it was a storyline that was real. Like, they really are together. And they really are having a baby now.
So this is why she looks so soft and feminine.
Well, she glowing. You could tell. Can we agree Sasha's falling off? Absolutely can agree to that.
Well,
Yeah.
what I'm hearing
How
is
is she falling off?
Yes.
I'm hearing that
it
Sasha's
don't hit
injured.
for me.
Huh?
But no, I already knew that for why everybody was all in uproar. Like, how come she hasn't wrestled yet? And I was sitting here like, she's not even probably clear to wrestle.
It's not clear.
So that whole thing, I already knew that was a thing, but it just, I don't know what it is. It's something's missing.
Can I say something?
What?
Sure.
That nobody ever wants to say? What? All right, let's talk about this real quick because everybody's saying she's falling off. This is something I'm gonna bring out from the kitchen. This is the black wrestling community. For years in the community, we have known that Sasha Banks doesn't have great mic skills.
Yeah.
Yes, you can attest to that.
Yeah.
In ring, fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Mic skills, 3 out of 10.
On a good day,
I was about to say that's on a good day.
3.5.
On a good day,
okay.
3.1.
Yeah.
Come on, you have a 3.5.
No, 3.1.
Nah, yeah.
Depending.
No.
She got a big, Bailey, 3.5.
No.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
I'll give
All
you that,
right.
I'll give you
Yeah.
that, I'll give
All
you that.
right. I like that.
So what's happening now isn't that she's falling off, she's being exposed.
Someone else said that.
So if you have to depend on your mic skills, which aren't great, to put yourself over, you're going to look like you're falling off. Because if you look at her WWE career, they covered it up. She never really, let's really think about it. Did she ever really have to talk on the mic in WWE?
They actually positioned it so well so that she didn't have to talk as much.
Very long, yeah.
Whereas now,
Yeah.
like even the segment she had with the old nigga when they was sitting there, that's why I was like pre-recorded shit they don't hit either. Cause the interview she had with the old white nigga, I was just sitting here like, what are you talking about? And then I'm sitting here like, how in the fuck do you you come into the company and get a title? You announce that whoever wins this match coming up, I got him next month at Double or Nothing.
But the
It's
thing
like, what?
is,
It's like, how do we?
and I
the
don't.
fuck is
and
the
I-
rankings for?
and
What are
listen,
we doing?
Rankings don't matter. But let's put this into perspective. And I want people to understand this is I'm not shitting on Sasha Banks.
No,
I love
not at
Sasha
all.
Banks.
Not at all. I love what she's done for the business.
She has done.
it's
She has changed the pay scale for women in the business.
Definitely did.
She has put her foot down. She helped put Bianca Belair over.
Yeah,
She has done a
she
lot.
made history, so
Now,
I never
I'm
take that away
talking
from her.
about this in a microscope. This is a very minute thing that she does wrong, and that's her mic skills. Now, everybody in the comments say, "Yo, she's better as a heel." I'm gonna say this: being a heel is easy.
Yes.
Because all you doing is talking shit.
All you're doing is talking, and we can all talk
Go
shit,
talk shit.
especially if you black.
We all got a
Every
mouth.
black person can talk
The
shit.
gift for Gabba is real, you know.
Now, to be a baby face, this is why Roman had a hard time at first. This is why John Cena came at him. Being a baby face is a science. Being a baby face is hard.
It's hard. It's not easy.
Because the thing about it, you can't talk shit. Being a baby face, you have to put over your opponent and put yourself over without looking like a bad guy. And that is hard, which is why what we're seeing right now with Sasha Banks is looking like, yo, what is wrong
What
with
is
her?
going on?
But the thing about it, everybody's in the comment is saying it. For the most part of her career, she's been a heel. For the most part of her career, she really never really had to talk because her fire in-ring ability
trumps that.
trumps that.
Trumps
But-
that.
Honestly,
But now she working for a company that
you know what is different now?
that's where it's shown.
You know what difference now is she was never the #1 person. She was always 1B.
Oof.
She was never 1A.
Oof.
But even in that instance now, where she at? Is she still
She's
one?
1A.
She's one.
You know what's
the problem
crazy?
is,
That's a good point.
Like now, like you know why that is an issue in AEW, because their Foundation for Women division was really bad. So her coming in there, try to be a 1A from being a 1B. That's a transition. Not everybody could teach wrestling. That's the issue too.
Mhm.
Where like how that like they don't respect the people who there as veteran. Like Serena Dean, yo, she's fire in ring, all of that. But where's she at?
She can't.
But
talk
she
on the
was
mic.
but also too, she was recovering from an injury. Like she just came back, I think, in ring
And she's
competition
boring.
not so long ago.
So
But
this
it's
goes back to
interesting.
what you said yesterday in the meeting behind the closed doors. Who's the hottest women right now who has both? Because a lot of women.
That's not signed.
Yeah, that's not signed.
None.
And what I mean by that is a lot of women will have the in-ring, whatever, the sex appeal, whatever. But when I talk to them, I'm looking like, yo, you're boring. You have nothing exciting about you.
So everybody in the chat, I want you to drop a name of a woman who's not signed.
You could do who's the total package.
Who's the total package? Put in the chat. We need to
And
have
while
this conversation.
you guys do that, so it's interesting because I felt like this week on Dynamite, especially with the women's situation, like I felt that it was a moment where I totally forgot that Toni Storm was AEW Women's Champion. I'm not. It wasn't until she came out that I was like, oh shit, she does have that belt. And then I realized what I don't like about the whole Mariah May thing. Like I see the whole, like, you remember the Mickey James Trish Stratus thing where it was like I love my I that's my mentor, I love her type of situation. But my fear from Mariah May, especially coming from Stardom. Hey Kyle, shout out to Kyle in the building. From her coming from a place that I've never watched to now her taking on the character of someone else, I don't know who Mariah May is. And that's an issue. Yo, when she comes out with Toni Storm's gear and music, I literally always go, that's Toni Storm. And then I'll be like, oh, wait, no, that's not it. That's the other girl. They need to figure out a way for Mariah May to be Mariah May. And I know sooner or later they'll probably, demise and they'll wrestle each other and blah, blah, blah. But like for someone that's never seen this girl wrestle, is being introduced in a way, I'm sitting here like, this is not Mariah May. This is Toni Storm's gimmick. This is not your gimmick, sis. So it's like, it doesn't hit, and I want to know her, but she's living the Toni Storm gimmick, so it's weird.
Honestly,
but you can pull up the predictions, and then we'll get into that because they do have probably 15 matches for this random ass Sunday. Janai Kai, yeah, I don't know on the mic though. Camille,
I think that she's going to the E.
I don't think so. I think that window that she might have thought about, because a lot of them outside of, it's interesting. I want to know how Tama Tonga's contract is set up though, but it's interesting because I feel like a lot of like who they would sign, they would want them to go through NXT because that was Ospreay's thing. They offered Ospreay NXT, and where Tony Khan offered him like mad money, so he went the mad money route. We gotta wrap up. Yeah, okay. So predictions real quick. We do have okay, cool. Zero out. I don't understand what the fuck this is even about. Title for title, the Acclaim versus Bullet Club Gold. Every winner takes all. It'll probably be the Acclaim. I don't know why they're even putting the title, like it's the ROH trios and the ROH 6-man tag, and they're unifying them. But I don't get why. But okay, I'm just gonna leave that on the table. Because that's very confusing, especially if you want to still highlight ROH in a way. Why would you unify the titles? But neither here nor there. What else is next? Because that's during 0 hours, during the pre-show. This is on the main card. Okada versus Pac. I would hope Okada retains. Okay, what's next? We got the AEW World Vacant Tag Team titles in a ladder match. I guess for storyline purposes, the Bucks will win. Okay, what's next? We got the International Championship, Kyle O'Reilly versus Roderick Strong. NXT Black and Gold all over again. Probably Roderick Strong will probably win to keep the title going until Adam Cole comes back. What's next? Um, hey, Shout out to Iz in the building for checking in. Appreciate you checking in. Trios match. We got the House of Black versus Edge, Eddie Kingston, and the new
I think House of Black wins.
Ring
House
of
of Black
Honor
wins.
World Champion Mark Briscoe. I definitely think House of Black should win. Um, we have for the women's world title, we have Thunder Rosa, who never lost a title, going against Timeless Tony Storm.
Tony Storm.
Tony Storm. What's next, real quick? We have for the world championship. Now listen, y'all.
Swerve.
If Swerve don't win, y'all have every right to riot. I won't riot, but y'all have every right to riot. Okay. I feel like, is there anything else?
Oh yeah.
We got the TBS title, Julia Hart versus Willow.
Willow, please.
I hope Willow, but then that whole Sasha and her, the next match for Sasha to
Don't forget
win,
Chris Jericho
that's
versus
gonna
Hook.
fucking suck. Hook versus Jericho for the FTW title. Probably Jericho. Watch out. Probably Jericho will win that. Real quick, NXT was dope. Shout outs to Javon Evans for accepting the open challenge for the NXT World title. Definitely gave Ilya Dragunov a run for his money. So shout outs to him. North Carolina own. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, and last but not least, Daniel Bryan versus Will Ospreay.
Big Willie.
I'm gonna go Daniel Bryan.
Big Willie.
I'm gonna go Daniel Bryan.
Big Willie Ospreay.
But
no
you know,
Diddy.
this is
Now we got the Oscar.
really inappropriate.
So wait, who's gonna?
We did not mention that real quick. Rhea Ripley, unfortunately, due to injury, had to vacate the World Women's title. So on Raw this week, they will crown a new Women's World Champion. Definitely think Liv Morgan should do it. Liv, do it for the town. Liv, do it for the town. Once again, this Sunday we will be at Legends for AEW Dynasty. Come out, support. Next Sunday will be our first Battle Club Pro Show of 2024. Let's go. Make sure tickets are still on sale. Sponsorships are still available, so you can hit me up for that. Once again, shout outs to Brian F. Pro for all of his graphic designs and what he does for us. So shout outs to him real quick. I do once again directly after this show, tickets for Jobber Sale will go on sale. So I promise you guys, it's definitely going to be a show you don't want to miss, no matter if you're in the tri-state area or you're out of town. Make it a weekend because we will be having an AEW all-in viewing party following Jobber Slam for the next day. So it is a weekend thing. So make sure to come out, support. Last but not least, also next Friday, we are wrestling in the Bronx. Make sure to go out and support Peter Rosado and all of them out there. I really want to go for the dog collar match. I ain't gonna hold you. So shout out to everybody that's on that card. That's probably going to be doing double duty that weekend because we do have some people. Ashe, if you're in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, please make sure to go support our good brothers at Ashe. They got hella good matches. We got Sunny Kiss, Darius Carter, Kerry Ogan, and Danny B. One half of the NWA Women's Tag Team Champions. We got Culture Inc. going against Saeed and Treehouse Lee. Promise Braxton coming out of Texas going against Tootie Lynn. We got the appearance from Billy Dixon. Chris, is this a Spray Baby one? On guest commentary, Yaya, our Battle Club Pro Franchise Champion, making an appearance. Rayhan making an appearance. Ian Maxwell making an appearance. Anything else? Nope. Next week, make sure to look out for Sil Wilkins on the TNT show hosted by JD from NY. Very interesting, I think, show that you guys should tune into. But yes, we thank you guys for joining us. It's Friday morning / afternoon, evening, wherever you're watching this. This was episode 299. So next week's episode will be episode 300. So make sure you tell a friend to tune in next week for our 300th episode of the Jobbertears podcast. Man, what a journey. We'll definitely have to pull out some favorite memories from the last 300 episodes.
I get some clips.
Jesus. But thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for being a part of this ride. Once again, it would be no 300 episodes if it was not for you guys, whether you're live and in color, whether you come to the viewing parties, you come to Battle Club Pro, whatever you guys do to support us, we thank you guys so much. Seriously, we thank you. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. #Black Excellence. They say you're gonna have no t-shirt on. Please, he gonna have some clothes on, okay? Oh my God. Now we.
Yes, you should buy an outfit too.
What kind of outfit? That shit gives me anxiety. You wanted to get me a shirt or something. That should get. I gotta go do breakfast at Tiffany's today with Brittany for her birthday. The biggest anxiety I have because I don't know what the fuck I'm wearing. So I'm not clothes and me don't mix. But thank you guys for joining us. It don't. Ask Michael Bostic. Hashtag Black Excellence. Hashtag we are out.